The water in my game really looks ugly. But why though? It is animated, it's pixelated and fits in the game world, and it's wobbling. But I didn't actually manage to create a foam shader, because I'm on the orthographic camera and actually I do not find any guide on how to do that. But I managed to do that and I'll show you how. So this is my water shader, and I just see that there's a heavy calculation right here that I won't ever use. But we can ignore that because the interesting part is right here. This is the depth. The other stuff is part of calculations for this pixelated thingy, and right above is the wave calculation on the 3D space and some color addition here. So this is the base water shader. I can show it in another video, but this video is about the foam shader, and this is now my approach on how it should work. So in short, this is basically a depth fade shader, and this calculates the distance between the object surface and the objects behind it in the scene. So this creating a smooth gradient, I guess. And I actually didn't found any tutorial, but an inspiring post on the Unity forums I put in the video description below. But I want to have a little breakdown with you of this logic. So we start here at the seam depth, which basically is how far away this geometry is from the camera. And we are using the raw value, which is the buffer value. And then we're interpolating this with the lerp function in regards to the camera's near and far plane. So this is because the raw depth is often nonlinear, and this node uses this camera near or far planes to convert that raw data into a linear distance. On the other side, we're doing maybe exactly the same. We want to have a linear output from the camera. That's why we have the camera set up right as above, also the lerp. But the value we want to lerp is basically the screen position, also as raw, because we want to get the pixels position on the screen, and because we're not using R or G, so B, this is for the depth of the camera. So R is X, G is Y, and B is the depth of the camera. And we're lerping this straight as the one time above. And then in this middle section, we're calculating the difference between these two distances. And then we know if the result is 0, the object is touching the background, and if the result is large, the object is far in front of the background. This helps us to divide and make a depth distance comparison, and this controls the thickness of the fade. So if we increase this property over here, the fade gets larger and larger, which I do not want because I set it to 0.63 because I think it fits very well to my game. And then we have the saturate function, or the saturate node, which basically is just a clamp node which clamps this value between 0 and 1 to ensure we do not get negative colors or something like that. At the end, we throw a 1- in between because we want to make sure that this Fresnel effect, how it's called, is inverted to be on the coastlines and not on the middle of our shape. And then I'm adding this just to my already existing shader to have still the water blue in the middle, and then at the coastlines we have some white foam. And now we're back in the game and we have the field depth difference right here, and because it's 0, there's 0 coastline, but we can slow and steady increase that a bit, and you see the foam basically getting whiter and whiter, and we can extremely increase this. But a value I like personally is 0.63. I think this fits very well to my game. And yeah, that's how I managed to get the foam shader on an orthographic camera. If that helped you, then please leave a like and subscribe this channel for more devlogs or more tutorials like this. Have a good one. Bye bye.